Day two, Coachella Valley Canna Week. We are here with Reefer Madness owner Steve Wijatyk. Did I say that correctly?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, because that was a tough one. Like Ishka, so I get that all the time.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you. So Reefer Madness, definitely excited to learn more about your shop and lounge.
Sure. Yeah. So we opened March 18th of 2020 during COVID.
Oh wow.
So we're celebrating 6 years in business now.
Yeah.
But we opened when the cities and the state were closing different things down. So there was a lot of uncertainty. We do have a lounge. We were required to build everything out as we presented it. So we built out the lounge. We had everything ready to go, except the floors. So we actually opened without the floors complete because we were hearing, the city was going to stop doing inspections. The building department wasn't going to be doing inspections. So we're like, we better open. And the same day we opened, the city said, well, you actually can't operate that lounge that we told you had to build out with the project because of COVID. So I believe we're the second licensed lounge, but had to wait for the pandemic to settle down before we could operate the lounge. But we were there for our customers, and it was an interesting time because a lot of businesses were cutting back their hours because of the uncertainty. Cannabis was a little bit different. So I know some of the dispensaries reduced their hours, but we started to get a night rush. A lot of the customers that they were forced to work from home, and so they were staying up a little bit later, and they weren't under the scrutiny of their employer, right? So they were able to come out to the dispensary, buy something, relax a little bit. We're selling a lot of indica products. People wanted to calm down. So that's kind of how we got here.
So what a wild time. How were you feeling on the day you opened?
It was very uncertain. When I got into cannabis, I actually thought I was going to be more focused on the cultivation side.
Okay.
So alongside of the dispensary and lounge license, I got a cultivation license for a very small space, and wasn't really sure where my focus was going to be, but got the retail side open first, and started to acquire customers. We had another big dispensary across the street from us, and they were closing for inventory, for staffing issues, things like that. And so then their customers learned that there was someone else across the street. We never closed. We never closed for inventory or staff issues. If there was a staff issue, me and my sister were there for 14 hours, making sure that we were there for the customers.
Oh, wow.
And grew the business.
Yeah.
Got through COVID, but yeah, there was a lot of uncertainty. At one time we weren't sure if the state was going to deem cannabis as essential, but they did, and so we continued.
You were like, oh, okay, we got this.
Yeah.
So what makes Reefer Madness different than some of the other shops in town?
I would say what makes us different than the other shops in town, we have a huge selection. And I think the way we did that, I was very hands-on in the beginning. I had to be because of COVID, so I was listening to my customers. We heard from Jeter earlier. Hadn't heard about Jeter. We didn't really know anything about Jeter until I came into California and started this business. And a customer said to me, well, I'm looking for Jeter. And I said, well, I don't have that. What is it? It's an infused pre-roll. Well, I have these infused pre-rolls. No, I need Jeter. I have my favorites. So we quickly learned customers had their favorites. And so I decided, I'm like, okay, I'm going to get these things that customers are asking for, because that's probably how we're going to survive. We got to have what the customers want. And with the competition in the area, we have a lot of dispensaries in the desert. Customers are used to, not having to wait, right? So they come in, do you have this? Nope. Okay, see you later. I'm going to a shop down the street and seeing if they have it. So I would say we're known for our huge selection. We've been called like the cannabis of retail, or I'm sorry, the Costco of cannabis.
Nice.
From time to time. I've heard customers say that because we've got it all. And we've got the lounge, so customers are able to purchase something and consume on site. They're not allowed to bring their own. It's got to be purchased there. There's state rules and city rules for that. So it's kind of we're also very close to the airport, right? So we get a lot of tourists that are like, "Oh, what is cannabis? Oh, I can smoke it here. Let's go check out the lounge."
Yeah. So because you have so many different things in the Costco of cannabis, I would imagine, you get a lot of different types of customers and consumers. We talked about a little bit earlier that chase to the high THC, but what are you finding that consumers want the most? Like, what are some of the biggest movers in the shop right now?
Okay. Yeah, I would say a lot of our customers like the edibles, the drinks, the medicinal products. Being that we're in Palm Springs, we have a lot of retired customers that use it medicinally. So we have customers with arthritis or back pain, neuropathy, nerve issues, where they're kind of trying to target a specific thing. A lot of them don't smoke. They don't want to put anything in their lungs. They don't want to get high. Some of them don't want to get high. That's a challenge when a customer comes in and says, "I want something that's going to help me with the pain and help me sleep, but I don't want to get high." And so we have some products, but they may experience a little bit of a high from it.
Yeah. That's a tough one. I would imagine, there are, it's a different demographic out here, and what they want is very different. And it's interesting because it's changed, I think, a lot, even in what products were available when you first opened to versus now.
It has,
Not always for the better, right? Like, we've seen some products, I feel like, disappear that, people were enjoying and using medically. But there's a lot of new products. What are some of the newer ones that you're excited about, or that are just...
I would say one thing that excites me are the beverages. A lot of people, consume alcohol, and a lot of people are trying to get away from that, but still want to, feel something. And those THC beverages are an alternative. And obviously, the THC isn't hard on your body, hard on your liver. It does good things for you. It helps you with the pain in a good way.
Yeah.
So I really believe in the beverages, and I've seen an increase in interest from customers using it for an alternative to alcohol.
When were you able to open up the lounge, and what were some of the challenges you had when it reopened?
Yeah, so I want to say it was probably in 2022 or 2023 as things were settling down. Yeah, it did take a while, and they initially it wasn't open at full capacity. They said you can open at X percentage capacity. Well, for us, it's a small lounge. It's a 15-seat lounge, so I think initially we were only allowed to have 1 or 2 people in there at a time.
Oh no!
So we were like, okay, we could open, but security, help us, manage who's in there. It can't be more than 2 people in there. The city will come and check. They have their people that will come and check on us every.
Minions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So had to stay fully compliant and everything, and we had to put a lock on that door actually. So the day we opened, we're like, okay, well, we're not going to be able to operate the lounge, and they said we need to ensure that nobody's in there. So, we put a lock on it.
Oh, interesting. Okay. How about now?
Now we removed the door.
Okay.
Right? So we're allowed to have 15 people in there at a time, and we're looking forward to events like light events.
Yeah.
Palm Springs is working on their event ordinance right now, so we're really looking forward to having some events in there. But for the most part, right now, it's customers that, they just got off work, they live in an apartment, they're not really supposed to smoke in their apartment, so they're gonna stop by, buy a joint for $5, relax for a little bit in the lounge, play some video games, or watch what's on our TVs, and then go home.
Sounds pretty mellow.
Yeah.
There's bars everywhere. People go in and have a drink everywhere. You don't hear very many people being able to go to a lounge and then go home afterwards. We need more of that.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Thank you. thank you for providing that safe space.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a lot of kids who benefit from their parents being able to have a space like that too.
Yeah, that's
know.
true.
Like, yeah, a lot of stressed out parents, y'all. Weed makes a happier parent, happier babies.
Yeah.
So yeah, amazing. How do you plan to continue to grow in the Coachella Valley?
Yeah, so a couple ways. One is vertical integration. I want to get my focus back to cultivation, which is what brought me into cannabis.
Yeah.
So looking forward to getting something going there. I'd like to have multiple stores as well. Right now, this is my only store, my only baby. So trying to become a multi-state operator as well.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I'm going to be branching into Minnesota. I recently succeeded in getting licenses in Minnesota.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's a very competitive process for anybody that knows getting a license. It's not always guaranteed. Sometimes it will go into a lottery process. That's how it was in Arizona. I'm originally from Arizona and basically moved out here to do it because I couldn't get the license in Arizona. I put in 2 applications on 2 locations and it went into a lottery.
That's a tough market out there.
Exactly, yeah. And so I've tried, I think since in the last 10 years, Arizona's had 4 opportunities to apply for a license, and every time it is in some sort of lottery. So you really gotta get lucky or find another place for it.
Or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Minnesota, well, that's a very different market than here. What do you expect to need to adapt?
So I think Minnesota is going to need to kind of increase their supply. Like right now, prior to issuing these licenses last year, they were strictly medical, and a lot of their supply was coming from small grows or grows on the Indian reservation. And so when I was out there in October, there really wasn't a whole lot of selection. And so I'm hoping that California brands can get out there and do what they're doing best in California, do it in Minnesota and other states too. Really expand in other states and help customers in these other parts of the U.S.
And you're getting primed to be able to help them come on out there?
What? I'm sorry?
Getting primed
Exactly.
to help the brands come out there?
Yep. I've been reaching out to some of our brands. There are 2 that I spoke with that are interested in the concept of, okay, you have licenses out there, and we didn't. We don't know. That hopefully I can bring them out there. So there's a supply for my stores.
I love that. That's great.
Yeah.
See, bring the good weed with you. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.